Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Friday, July 13th, 2018. It's Friday, boys and girls. Are you ready for the weekend? I know I am. It's been a long and hot week. And speaking of hot, I'm coming to you today from my Florida room or my sunroom here in my house in Alabama. And I want to talk to you a little bit about sweet potato vines. Now, I'm going to go down here and show you something very interesting. Hold on while I come around here. This right here is a sweet potato plant. Can you see it? Can you see it? But the most amazing part about this is the vines. Now, the vines just go up and up and up and up. They just travel everywhere. Can you see? I've got one right here. And they just travel all over the place. I was absolutely and thoroughly intrigued this morning when I came down here with my husband to put some water in the sweet potato vine vase. Now, a couple of months ago, we were out grocery shopping and we'd gone to the flea market and gotten some sweet potatoes. And while we were at the flea market, they always have lots of wonderful fresh vegetables, especially this time of year in the last couple of months when they're nice and fresh. But anyway, we had these sweet potatoes, so I just grabbed like 6 of them, I think it was, and one of them had kind of like little eyes on it, you know, like it wants to grow. And my husband, Mr. Green Thumb, decided, okay, well, you could do away with one of those. You could leave one. They were big ones. He says, let's put one in a jar, hydroponically, try to grow it. I said, okay, so we did. We took the sweet potato and we put it in this glass jar and we added water to it and we started to watch it grow. Well, before you know it, it grew a little bit and then a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Before you know it, it was just growing completely wild and out of control. I'm going to try my best to get over here so you could really, really see what it looks like. Can you see right there what it looks like? And it went all the way and all the way around and all the way. And before you know it, it was just everywhere. And this morning when we came down to water it, I found that it was here and it was starting to vine around my big, tall candle holder thing that I have on the table. And I thought, this is crazy. This is out of control. It is going the entire length of the window. It's just growing and growing and growing. So why am I telling you about my sweet potato vines this morning? Because I started thinking, boys and girls, about all the things in our lives that are like those sweet potato vines. We think they start out small, and we think, well, they won't do much. Now, you got to remember that it's extremely hot here in Southeast Alabama right now. This Florida room, this sunroom, is separately heated and cooled from the rest of the house. So it gets extremely hot down here. So every single day, we've got to add water to that jar because it evaporates so quickly. Nevertheless, it continues to grow and grow and vine and spread out and wrap itself around things that it doesn't have any business being wrapped around. Think about things that are going on in your life that are like these sweet potato vines. They just wrap around and before you know it, they overtake and they wrap around things that have no business being wrapped around. Do you have some bad sweet potato vines in your life that are wrapping around areas of your life that have no business being wrapped around? But here's the thing, boys and girls, if you don't water it, it will die. So if I didn't come down here and pour water into that glass jar every single morning, that potato vine, the potato plant, would eventually die. But I'm giving those vines life by pouring into them every day. So if you pour into things in your life, good or bad, you will give it life. You will give it continued life. You will give it permission to grow. So do I want this potato vine to grow? I sure do. I just have to train the vines to go where I want them to go. And then if I decide it comes to a point where I don't want that potato plant anymore, I could just go ahead and throw it away or stop feeding it water every day and it will die on its own. So if there are things in your life, boys and girls, if there are negative potato vines in your life, and you know they could be any number of things. They could be bad habits. They could be toxic people. They could be situations that you've allowed to vine around in your life, and you're the only one who could stop pouring water in the jar. Please do it today. Don't wait another minute. You don't want those vines choking you, because let me tell you, vines will eventually choke things. They have no business choking. They will choke. So remember that, okay? Now go be a blessing to somebody today. Hey, that's a vine you can be. That's a positive vine. Go be a vine of love to somebody today. Go be a blessing, and you might end up being the only one who is, okay? So make sure that if you are going to be a vine, be a positive vine in somebody's life, not a toxic one. And remember also to subscribe to my YouTube channel, JeanneSigler. Become a subscriber, and then also listen to some good music. Let WRMZ.org be a beautiful vine of music that wraps around you today and gives you peace. Okay, I love you all very much. Now listen, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday at the same time. I love you all very much. Bye-bye.